Welcome to Famitsu, check it out. My name is Paul Smith and this is OWR Games. Today we're going to be talking about the newest issue of Famitsu, and we have another gacha style mobile game. Sorry this episode is going up a day late. I had previous engagement yesterday, so yeah, we'll see what we can do about that in the future. Okay, so yeah, here is the newest edition of Famitsu. On the cover here is game Idolmaster Million Live. Siatades. I don't know what that is. Idolmaster Million Live Siatades. Theater days. Okay, whatever. So yeah, this is the newest issue of Famitsu. Right away we have the game that I've been most excited about, which is Ninjala here. If you don't know about this game, this is a new free-to-play game from Gung Ho, the people behind Puzzle and Dragons and a ton of other mobile games. I booted this up. They have some really good videos for this on YouTube, and their YouTube integration into the actual Switch app is really cool. I think this is going to be an interesting game. So I started the game up the day it came out, and I played just through some of the tutorial stuff. I haven't even actually gotten into my first match yet. I'll probably get to that later today, maybe. Yeah, I really like the art style in this. I like the concept. I've kind of figured out the concept a little bit. Yeah, it is a battling game, your team versus another team. You're using gum as a fighting instrument of some ways. You blow the gum as like kind of think of the shield in Super Smash Brothers. So you're using this ball in front of you to shield yourself from attacks. You can also shoot the gum at the enemy to stun them / maybe hit them. I'm not 100% sure on how that works. If you power up your gum by collecting orbs or I think doing good things, you can then upgrade your weapon. You can see this girl's holding this kind of Nerf style stick. I think that is the original size of it, and if she would power up, then she would be able to increase the size of that stick. What else? That I think about covers it for the gum. I think you're going up to other characters and you're hitting them with your stick to take their life, to kill them, and then you're going to get some points somehow. There's also drones that go around the world, and you're supposed to beat the drones for other kind of power-up things. Yeah, so the character designs in this are really cool. Like I said, they have like this 10-minute kind of intro video out there that is really high quality. So you should definitely go check that out, and that will give you a little bit more information about this game. Yeah, why would I do that? That's dumb. Okay, this is better. Okay, so let's check out the next page. Yeah, just more information. Yeah, so like yeah, eight person battle, 4 on each team. The game is going to go like this. Yeah, so you're gonna explore the stage, you're gonna battle other players, and then whoever has the most player count is the winner. Here's an interview with the people at Gung Ho about the game. Yeah. And then, yeah, so I don't know. Famitsu's been caught in a lot of like kind of shady deals about their coverage in games, and they've had this continuous thing about Ninjala, and then they just started their magazine before even the table of contents. They have this article about Ninjala, so I'm wondering if maybe Ninjala is paying for some coverage. Who knows? Just a thought. So here is the Idolmaster Million Live Theater Days. So this is the 3rd anniversary of that game. I think a few months ago we had another Idolmaster game that was going through like a 6-year anniversary. So yeah, some of these mobile games, they stay around for quite a while, and yeah, especially Idolmaster is quite popular. I downloaded that last Idolmaster game and played probably about 30 minutes to an hour of it. As you can see, it didn't really grab me because I would have way more time in it. So yeah, here's some stuff about that game, some introduction to the characters of that game. Yeah, tons of cute girl characters, more cute girl characters, even more cute girl characters. Some more. These are a couple of the badass characters, I'm guessing. One of the cool things about these games, and I noticed it in the first game, is that there is a lot of idol music in the games. So if that is your thing, it might be you might enjoy this much more than I did. Voice actress interview. Here's a look back at like this year's special events that they had. They had a live event as well. So because Japan is a small country, and because Japan is because idol games are really because gacha games are really big in Japan, they're able to have a lot of like really cool events to boost up the popularity of these games, and that's something that a lot of us in our own countries aren't able to have very much of, because a lot of our countries are much more spread out, especially my own country, America. So yeah, I think it's really cool that they're able to do these like live events and stuff like that in support of these games. I think that's pretty cool. What else? Yeah, stuff about a game I'm not interested in. Another interview with voice actress. Some what do you call it? Survey with the player base. More characters and stuff. Another interview. More interviews. Staff interview this time. And then here's some information about Brigadine. It comes with a cool poster. That's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll put that up on my wall. I like that. Yeah, so more information about Brigadine. I actually downloaded the demo of that. I noticed that was on the eShop the other day. So yeah, I'm gonna check out the demo of that. Hexes. There you go. That was always the thing that scared me away from playing the first game, is that I saw these hexes and I just was, yeah, I knew that, or I thought that this game was going to be way too over my head, so I never played it. But I've talked before about how yeah, I was enthralled with the box and the box art of this game, and just imagine that it was probably something that was hundreds and hundreds of hours long. So that always appealed to me as a young gamer, the games that were like longer than other games, because I felt like I was getting some kind of like value. So yeah, so they're going through here and talking about a lot of the characters and enemies of Brigadine, however you want to say it. What do we got over here? One Finger Death Punch 2 over here. Switch downloadable game, I believe. Yeah, I've seen this game played. Speaking Simulator. This game is insane. Like, and it looks like it's getting a full Japanese localization, but you're basically, yeah, look. So in the English version of the game, you were going through, and you can see here the green and red. So you're moving this person's mouth. It's a robot. You're moving this robot's mouth to make it seem as though they're a real human being. And by doing that, you need to speak exactly like a real human being. And so I think I would really like to see how they get this across in Japanese. But yeah, as you're moving these words out, you're also like knocking out your teeth and stuff whenever you make a mistake. So you can see this guy here has a tooth missing in this picture. And then over here, you can see like the tongue movement and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really unusual game that I don't think is probably something that a lot of people would enjoy, but I think there are people out there that would enjoy it. And it's definitely like a good game to stream, because it's just insane, especially if you got some friends around. Okay, so here's some more stuff. This middle section always has like little comics that people draw and send in. New Earth Defense Force 6 over here. I've never actually played any Earth Defense Force games. I am not a big what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not a big kind of shooter, beat 'em up, dumb gameplay kind of person. I just don't really care for those kind of games. What is this? Earth Defense Force World Brothers? Nintendo Switch and PS4. Looks like Legos, basically. Huh. It's interesting. Looks like a square Earth. Yeah. Shikaku Natta Chikyu ni. Yeah. So let's round up your defense force. Let's round up your soldiers on this planet that's become squared. Yeah. That's interesting. It's kind of cool. Yeah, over here, the Pokemon Company had a bunch of announcements last week. One of those announcements was this Pokemon Cafe Mix. This looks to me just like Pokemon's take on Puyo Puyo, or not Puyo Puyo, Tsuma Tsuma. So yeah, you're basically squashing all these guys together and trying to flip them around so you make connections and stuff like that. I don't know. I might try to put it on my phone and boot it up. I originally downloaded it on my Switch, but I didn't think that I wanted to waste any of the precious space on my Switch for a game like this. What was the game that they put? Yeah, Pokemon Shuffle. Is it Shuffle? I think it's Pokemon Shuffle. Yeah, I think last year or 2 years ago, right around maybe this time or a time very much like this, Pokemon Company announced like 3 or 4 different titles that they were putting out on the 3DS and mobile. I think is where they put those games. Yeah, I think it was probably more than a couple of years ago. But yeah, I played that whatever game I'm thinking of for quite a while, and it just wasn't fun. Like I'm really sick of these gacha style mobile games. Mobile games. I just if I'm going to be playing something, I want to play something with some substance, even if it is a gacha style game, like something like Fire Emblem. There's a Fire Emblem mobile game that is a lot of fun. I'll play that. Super Mario Run is a mobile game. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, things with story and stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, this just doesn't look like it's going to appeal to me. Like I said, I'm going to give it a try. Who knows? It may completely capture my attention and I might put hundreds of hours into it, but I really don't think so. Over here we have a little bit about the Pokemon Snap that was also announced just a few days ago. Was it a few days ago? No, I think this was announced a little while ago, maybe last week or something. But yeah, this is coming to the Switch, beloved game. These Darius collections came out not too long ago. What do we got over here? Bubble Bobble collection. Yeah, that's also been out. Here's more about the Ninjala game. I didn't know that they were going to have an actual physical copy of this game. Japan loves physical copies, so yeah. So there's a package one that's going for about $40. That's going to be released the 22nd of next month, and so it looks like you're going to get some sticker. Money for in-game, costume, accessory. I'm not sure what emotion Yansu is. Yansu. Yeah. So, maybe that's like a, what do you call it? Like a dance or an emote or whatever. Yeah, emotion. Maybe emote. Is that dance? Maybe? Yansu. I don't know. What do we got? Action guide. So like they're talking about like the different moves that you can do in the game. So over here we have like all the different characters. I was thinking that you were going to be able to create your own character, but they do have these very specific characters that they're going with. Let me pull this magazine over so you can see it a little better. Yeah, these are all story-based characters, so they're going to keep with these people. I actually picked Emma down here. I thought she was pretty cool. You can change the color of their hair, their skin tone, and their eye color, but that's it. The rest of the character is the way they are. So, yeah, they're talking about customizing. So there is going to be like outfit customizations, and since it's free to play, they're going to be selling a lot of costumes and stuff like that, which I don't mind at all. Yeah, emotion. So these are your emotes. So you're going to get a special emote with the package version. Yeah, in the costume way and that kind of stuff, if they don't go too crazy with it, I think that they're definitely aiming their sights at Splatoon and the cool factor of Splatoon with this game. It looks like this guy up here is going to be the mascot of the game. He's already kind of come up in just the little amount I've played quite a bit. There is story DLC that's already out there on the store. I think it's like $15, but it looks like you're going to get some clothing from that. I think they're going to have a season pass that they're talking about here. Yeah, the package goods are here. I think Japan might be kind of lucky by having this package, because these will be unique, probably just to Japanese people or people who can get their hands on the Japanese game. I don't think they're going to do a package version anywhere else. Yeah, like I said, it comes out on 7/22, about $40, and then over here, some information about the different kinds of stages that they're gonna have. Yeah. So yeah, this Ippon thing that you're doing, that has to do with getting your powered up weapon and hitting a person at exactly the right moment to knock them out in one hit, which is called Ippon. I think it's a term used in Kendo. So yeah, so more information about that. Interview with two of the writers, and then somebody else, maybe producer, I think. Here's more information about the characters, and then like what their abilities are doing here. Yeah, so they've definitely gone into a lot of fucking information about this game. More information about Remnant from the Ashes. They had like a preview or something. Excuse me. They had a preview or something like that in the game, or in this magazine a couple of weeks ago. Looks like they're fleshing that out a little bit more. Yeah, this game is cool, and yeah, I think certain aspects of the Japanese market will be interested in it. Here's some more information about Shoujo Jikoku no Doku Musume. Play impression by someone. It looks like this might be one of the writers on Ninjala. Abe-san? Abe-san, yeah. So this is one of the writers from Ninjala giving their play impression of Shoujo Jikoku Doku Musume. So that's pretty cool. I like how they bring together different parts of the Japanese game community to talk about these kind of things. Yeah. What's this? One Step from Eden is the indie game corner this month. I don't know anything about this game, but I like some of these character designs. They look pretty cool. I'm not sure what this grid-based gameplay is, but maybe I'll look more information about it. Another Grand Blue Fantasy DLC. I have at least 10 of these sitting around my house, so if anybody is interested in these things, follow me and send me a message. They are Billions. This game looks kind of cool. It's a kind of 4D game, Civ style game where you are building up a town, a fortress to keep out the zombie horde. So, new Dragon Quest game, Dragon Quest TAC, probably Tactics. Recently I started walking again, and I started playing the Pokemon Go Dragon Quest game. I think it's called Dragon Quest Walk. And I've been enjoying that. Yeah, this looks like probably a tactics game. I might have to try this out. I would try almost anything that's Dragon Quest related. I love Dragon Quest. Information about the Fairy Tail game that's coming out the end of next month. So, Legend of Heroes. This was in the front panel of this magazine. They have this huge platinum box that they're going to be releasing. Yeah, they don't have a price on it. I'd love to see that price. Oh, here it is. Platinum box is going for almost $120. So I'm not really sure what this game is, what series this is, but let's see, Ninki Story RPG series. Okay, Legend of Heroes is the name of the series. Hajimari no Kiseki is the name of this actual game that's coming out. There's 3 different routes that are crossing. It's a crossover story. So, yeah. I mean, it looks very Japanese anime kind of game. That I'm not saying that in any kind of bad way, because I like these character designs and everything. Everything's looking pretty cool here. Nihon Falcom, so it's going to be an RPG of some kind. Looks like this is the RPG menus and stuff like that. So let's see if they get an English translation. Yeah. Maybe it might be something that I would try one day down the road. Splatoon update. What do we got here? Yeah, I'll have to read some more about that. I'm not really sure what they're changing there. Grand Blue Fantasy, they still will write multiple pages about that game, so you know that is popular. Pretty much every month they do an update with Final Fantasy 14, so that's insanely popular here as well as in the West. I have some friends that have started playing that game, so these are the weekly columns from these people. This guy is always looking at like the technology behind games. So like this guy mainly writes the columns for the professionals that are reading this magazine. The Japanese that the guy uses and everything, yeah, is pretty rough on me. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. I think recently. So the 23rd of this month was Sonic's 29th birthday. And the 26th of this month, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie actually came out. So just Friday, I guess. So I still haven't seen that movie. Here we have the top 30 games. Let's take a look at all these. Okay, so number 1 we have Animal Crossing. Number 2. Oh, okay. So this is the club games that came out for Nintendo Switch this week. Club Games 51. So that actually sold pretty hot on physical. These are all physical editions. We haven't seen a download thing for a while. A download top 20, top 30, top 100 for a while. It's been a few months. I don't know if they maybe only do that once every year. Ring Fit Adventure, Xenoblade Definitive Edition. It's nice to see that's pretty far on the list. It's gone down a couple of spots, but it's nice to still have it on the list. Down here we have what is it? Kuron Yoma Gakuenki? I think I got that right. Origin of Adventure. We spoke about this a few episodes ago. They had a longer feature about this game, and I looked up some information about this game. It's a pretty long-running series. It's been going since the PlayStation 2 days. So, yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if it would ever get translated into English. It's from Arc System Works, but it seems like a pretty heavily story-based adventure game. So who knows if they would ever take the time to plan it out for over here. What else? We have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, Smash Brothers, and up from 27 is The Last of Us Remastered. This is a perfect time for here. We'll just say that number 10 is Minecraft. This is a perfect time for me to talk about what I've been playing recently, which is Last of Us Remastered. I've had this game. I had it on PlayStation 3. I bought it on PlayStation 3, and I never played it. Did I? No, I did play it. I had it on PlayStation 3. I played it until, I would say, about an hour into the game. You make it inside this building, and it's your first big fight where you're all on your own with a few clickers and then some hunters, which are the two of the varieties of the infected in this game. The hunters are the ones that can see, and they're infected, and then the clickers are the ones that have the busted up head where they don't have any eyes, but they can sense movement or something like that. And I beat my head against that battle for an hour or two, and I just could not get past it. The combat did not click with me. And I started the game back up a few days ago, and I started playing through it again, and I got to that same exact part. I had been playing pretty much straight up until that, and so it was a good hour or two of gameplay until I got there. And then I tried it once, I tried it twice, and then I shut the game off, and I was like, okay, this is dangerous. Maybe this game isn't for me. Maybe I would never get past this part ever. And so I kind of got a little disheartened, and I came back to the game, I think the next day, and I still failed once or twice, but then I finally beat that area. And since then, it's been pretty much a straight march for me. The combat has clicked. I've been enjoying the combat. I've run up against two of the bigger kind of tank-like infected. The first fight I had some other people with me. The second fight I did it just by myself. And the second fight was a lot of me kind of like running around, and I think that's what you're supposed to do. The fight takes place in a pretty open area, and so I was using you're given these kind of like nail bombs that are like proximity, and I was like chucking those down and leading the guy through this area and having those blow up, and then I was painting him with bullets, and then I would kind of jump down into the water, and then I would go back up the ladder, and we were basically kind of going this circle. And the first couple of times, I would then have smaller, like, hunter guys come at me. And I've reached a point where they do, at least in the normal version of this game, I'm not playing hard or anything, but in the normal version of this game, I think that this is the most perfect amount of ammo in a survival horror game. Because ammo is very important to survival horror. I'm not going to say that. I am going to say that. It is very important. I understand that. But almost any time that I've ever played Resident Evil. Now, I haven't played that much. I've played 1, 2, the original one on PlayStation, the original second one on PlayStation. I've played a little bit of 4, and I've played some 5 as well. And what I will tell you is that in 1 and 2 especially, there was always a point where I had no ammo whatsoever. And I mean, you have your stupid little knife, and everybody says that you're supposed to run away in those games. And sure, I can run away and heal up and all that kind of stuff. But none of that has ever been fun for me. Now, in this game, I'll run out of ammo in my pistol, or I'll run out of ammo in my shotgun, and I've still got something that's got like some ammo in it. I might even have a bat that I could take care of things with. There's always some kind of option. Plus, also the sneaking around. You know, you can sneak around on... You can stealth kill everything in the game except for the clicker and the big tank guys so far. Like I said, I'm only at a certain point. They might open up some other characters for me down the road that I can't do that with. But at least with hunters and human enemies, you can sneak up on them. You can give them a chokehold. With clickers, you can also use your shivs. And those are really satisfying, and they've been doing a really good job of leveling those up. Where in the beginning, if you used your shiv, it would just break once. But now I'm up to, like, I think 3 uses on each shiv, and so that's drastically, like, improved my chances, and, like, it's given me way more options to take care, or to take on each of these little battles that I'm put into. And so, yeah, I've just, ever since I've gotten past that hump, and I was really scared when I got to that hump that second time. I was like, oh man, I'm never going to beat this game. And this is like a quintessential last gen / this gen. I mean, I would almost say that The Last of Us is more of a PlayStation 4 game than it was a PlayStation 3 game, because it came out so late in the PlayStation 3's lifespan that I think a lot of people did play it, but I think a lot of people did skip it thinking that, oh, the next generation's coming out, I want to see what they have, let me save up my money to buy that. And so I think a lot of people did miss out on it and ended up buying it on the PlayStation 4. And so I bought both copies and didn't really play it until actually my PlayStation 4 version right now. And you'll see here that I think a lot of other people are finally getting to this game, or finally coming back to it or not finally coming back to it, but coming back to it to kind of run through it before they tackle the second game, which according to this list isn't even out in Japan yet, but it is out in America. I think it did come out, I think it was a worldwide launch, so yeah, it'll be on the list next week, I'm sure. There's some other things on this list that aren't necessarily new, like this PlayStation VR Worlds. There's a whole bunch of like PlayStation games on this list, way more than we've seen in the past. Final Fantasy VII has definitely fallen from grace. I will point out that my theory of Japanese game purchasing is that many Japanese people will buy a game, and a lot of times buy a console at the same time. They'll completely play through it very quickly, in a week or two. Then they take that game and they resell it, potentially even with the console. They just resell it all and get it out of their house, and then whenever the next thing comes out, they'll rebuy. I've always found that such a weird, fascinating thing, and I've heard of it happening before, and that's what pushes my theory forward. If anybody has any different information that turns me into a liar, please give it to me. But yeah, what else do we have on here? Yeah, everything else is pretty normal. Let's see. We have Pokemon Sword and Shield at 11, Super Mario Party at 12. Like I said, PlayStation VR Worlds at 13. Like you can see here that it's out of nowhere, and it's not a new game. When did this come out? 2016. So that came out in 2016, but somehow it's made it back on the list. I don't know if they had a VR sale or something like that somewhere. Down here we have Gran Turismo Sport. I know that has just recently become a greatest hit, so I don't know if maybe that might be why. Yeah, it says PlayStation Hits. Sorry. Yeah. So maybe that's why it's creeped up in the standings. This is Brain Training, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Maker 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, PlayStation version, Premium Online Edition is what it says. New Super Mario Brothers Wii Deluxe, Bayonetta and Vanquish is on here. That's down from number 8 last week. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, that's another PlayStation Hits. So yeah. What is this? Trials of Mana, Dragon Quest 9, Trials of Mana for the Switch. What is that game that we were just talking about? Heroes of something or other. Legend of Heroes. Animal Crossing for the 3DS is starting to lose some spots. But I think some of these PlayStation 4 games are going to go away next week, so it might get bumped back up. Monster Hunter World Iceborne Edition, and then a game called Fishing Spirits for the Nintendo Switch. Fishing games are pretty popular over here. Okay, so these are the most anticipated games that we're going to talk about now. Number 1 is Tales of Arise, which I just saw yesterday has been indefinitely delayed. The developer has said that coronavirus has impacted their ability to get the game out anytime soon. So yeah, they're putting the game. They're not saying when they're going to put the game out. They're still working on it and everything, and they're going to release it. They just don't know when. This is the new Breath of the Wild game that they're making. I mean, not Breath of the Wild, but in the universe of Breath of the Wild. Number 3 is Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's going to be like. Number 4 is Bayonetta 3. Number 5 is Bravely Default 2. Number 6 is Cyberpunk 2077. The developer of that game just did a 4-hour preview of that game, so we might see that actually rise in the list if they translated it into Japanese. I'm not exactly sure if they did or not, but maybe they will have by the time the next week's magazine comes out. Yeah, we'll just kind of call it there for talking about the most anticipated games. Everything else seems pretty normal. Over here, the rookie games. These are original properties. Number 1, we have Ushido. Yeah, there's no set release date for that. It's forever on this thing. It's almost become like a meme anymore. Like, okay, Ushido's on the list. What else do we have? Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk 2077, 10 Nantoga Sakuna Hime. I read a little bit about that the other day, and it's kind of the story. It's an action RPG about forest gods and some other kind of gods. Yeah. What is it? Oh yeah, warrior gods and like farm gods, or what do you call it? Harvest gods of harvest, that are mothers and fathers, and they're kind of like battling. Yeah. Yeah, they have a demon. They have a demon child that goes on an adventure. We'll just say that. Number 9 over here is Stellaris. I played a few hours of that not too long ago and had a lot of fun with that. I need to go back to that and play a little bit more. Gods and Monsters down here is number 19. So here's some cross reviews. Let's see if there's anything in here that we should talk about. Oh, that Doku Musume game is out. Okay. 625. Okay, cool. It got so-so reviews, 7778. So that doesn't really hearten me. I'll check out the review later and see if it's something that I still want to buy. What do we have over here? Remnant from the Ashes got 8878. That's not bad. So, I've seen a lot of this jump rope challenge. Maybe just because I've gone on the eShop a lot in the last couple of days, but yeah, this jump rope challenge. Okay, so Nintendo has released this because a lot of people are staying home, and so as a useful and simple way to exercise, they've put out this tool, and you're using your Joy-Cons to jump rope. I guess. I'm definitely gonna try that out. Yeah. So what they want you to do is every day do 100 jump ropes. Yeah. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah. Let's go back to my favorite part. We'll finish this off. Let's see. Where are we at? There we go. Okay. Here we go. We have the snacks. So, what we have from Lawson is a chocolate milk crepe cake. Chocolate milk crepe cake. Over here we have Puru mochi rare cheese ichigo. So what I think I see is a gelatin, like a cheesecake type filling, and then strawberries. So over here we have soy ramen salad. Yeah, a lot of times in the summer especially, they'll do these noodle salads. You're going to get a bunch of vegetables, you're going to mix it up in the noodles, you're going to eat it cold. But yeah. Interesting. Down here, what do we got? Mixed vegetable Japanese style soup. Down here we have some leeks on top of fried chicken with a kind of spicy Chinese sauce on top. Over here we have a double cheese fried hot dog. Looks like it's got like chili inside too. That's at Mini Stop. Mini Stop's always got the best stuff, even though their chicken sucks. This bento is also at Mini Stop. This soup is at Lawson, and then the noodle thing is at Family Mart. So crunchy cookie shoe cream. So it's saying that like you can feel the crunch in your mouth. What else? So Akai Kitsune Yakidon. So there's two types of like cup udon slash sobas. There's this red one, which is kitsune, and then there's a green one. Is that kitsune too? I'm not sure, but yeah, there's kind of a, what do you call it? A rivalry. It's the same company, but whether the red one or the green one sells. Down here we have wakame ramen. Yeah. 3.5 times the size is what it says. Down here, this looks pretty good. Shibi kara rayu niku. So this says it's like seriously spicy, with ramen oil. So over here we have caramel flavored Cheetos. Salt and caramel flavored Cheetos. Down here we have edamame snacks, and then this karai pizza potato. These pizza potato chips are quite popular over here. They're really good. They're just potato chips that have like dollops of flavor on top of them. Like when you first buy them, you think it's really kind of weird, but they're actually really awesome. And this one is actually supposed to be spicy pizza flavored. They say habanero, but I mean, this sucker isn't spicy whatsoever. So another pretty good issue of Famitsu. Like I said, the main story of this Idolmaster game didn't really pique my interest too much, but yeah, there was some good information about Ninjala in here. I really recommend that you go out and play that. I'm gonna get some more time into that while I also try and finish Last of Us. So yeah, pretty good issue. Lots of good games to play. I hope you're playing some good games. Comment on the video to let me know what you've been playing, and I'll comment back and tell you my thoughts on them. So that's gonna be it for us today. We got this episode in just under an hour, so I'll try and post this to YouTube later today, or tomorrow. Last week, I just let it get put off. So yeah, once again, my name's Paul Smith. This has been OWR Games. Thanks for joining me for Famitsu Check It Out for the week of June 27th, 2020. You follow me on Twitter, OWR Games. Follow my personal Twitter, which is SOPACHUCO13. Check me out on Facebook, OWR Games there. YouTube, OWR Games. Check my page out there. Twitch, OWR_Games. Twitch or maybe YouTube are probably going to be my permanent streams now that Mixer has fallen off the market. I do stream to Facebook, which is what Mixer is going to be transitioning to, but with this restream that I use, I can't stream to Facebook unless I give them some money for an upgraded restream account. And I don't make any money from making these videos, so yeah, I'm not gonna put any money into doing it. So for right now, and I just want to kind of move away from Facebook. But for right now, Twitch and YouTube are probably going to be my two go-tos. Maybe with Twitch more on top. So it kind of sucks that my name there is OWR_Games, but can't really do anything about that. So yeah, that's my little bit about Mixer going down, which sucks. I really liked Mixer, and it sucks that they're going away, but I'm sure Microsoft probably has its reasons. You know, I saw that they're also closing all their physical retail stores, so I think they're probably just tightening their belt loops, which I think a lot of companies are going to do because of coronavirus. I think we're going to see a lot of companies that are dropping services and getting out of things that they were once in, or not picking up certain things that they were going to pick up, or any number of things, because they want to save their stockholders' money. So, that's my little rant about Mixer. So, join me again next week for another episode of Famitsu. Check it out. My name is Paul Smith, and that's another week in Japanese games. Have a good one.